What's up, guys? So, there's a lot of things wrong with this match that I want to go over. One of them is not this sign. That's actually one of the best signs I've ever seen. She the best around, but not in this match.
Making his Dynamite debut tonight in our main event, but right now we turn our attention.
So, let me fast forward and get through this stupid entrance here. Now, the lockup was mid. She's outfits are getting more and more revealing. I don't know what's up with that. These chops were okay. And then this. Come on. Use some wrestling holds, overhand wrist lock, something. Nobody's falling for that. Backslides this early. You haven't even gained an advantage to try to pull that off. And then it looks like they're confused at this point, and she's like, well, come on. No, you come on. I don't know if there's a language barrier. I don't know. I never heard Sheeta speak a lot of English, but I'm pretty sure she speaks well enough to wrestle, so I don't think that's it. But both of them just look, the styles clash or something. I don't know. See, right here, she didn't even run in. That was I'm not going to say a terrible botch. They kind of saved it. And Tony Schiavone tried to save it and cover it up also on commentary. But then this was awkward. Like, she is always bad with those fists, too. And then why are you throwing her into the ropes from the midpoint of the ring like that? Then you get the lackadaisical cover, which I thought was bad until they went into this. And then I felt like this was just there because we need a pop. Because we just screwed up so bad. But notice that Ruby Soho is just, she's like lethargic. She hasn't had enough damage. Kevin Nash had a great analogy. Like, when you wrestle, you're supposed to pretend you have a damage meter. See how she hits her fist and it's so obvious? They shouldn't even show that side of it. Just stay behind her when she does it. And then look, she like trying to pee on her head. What is that? But you have a damage meter, and if you haven't taken damage, you need to act appropriately. So she rolls out of the ring to get away, but she doesn't walk away. She lets Sheeta come after her, but then she doesn't know what to do. And then this is the biggest mistake of the match. You just landed one of your finishers, and you pose. And you can see
Halloween fun is afoot.
I'm gonna back it up because I want you to hear the way the announcers call it.
Somehow stop this momentum of the champion. Garcia, maybe try to bring the no future. Oh, on the floor too, man. Garcia coming out with the no future. That was great. And fans, our AEW Women's World Championship title match continues in picture-in-picture.
So you see that they weren't even excited. They're like, oh, no future. Yeah, and on the floor. It should have been, no future, on the floor. You gotta hurry, get her inside. Let's get a quick 2 count. 1, 2, oh, Sheeta kicks out. Why are you waiting an entire 10 count to get her into the ring and then going for 2? So you're taking 11, 12 seconds, basically, to get this pinfall when you just hit your finish. I don't care if there's a commercial coming up. You still, as a wrestler, it is your job to wrestle the match in the most exciting way possible. So you hit your finish, and your wrestling psychology is so bad that you sit out there because you know a commercial's coming up, and they go, well, we're going to break. So you're going to pose? This is why AEW can't put on good matches sometimes. Is if you're that bad at understanding or reading the room, then you've got a problem. That anytime you hit a finish, I don't care if it's a commercial break or not, you got to ignore whether you're on commercial or not, and just go for it. So your finish means rush, go for the pin, and then keep going, work through the break, get the fans involved, and then when you come back from break, hopefully, because the crowd is dead, maybe when you come back from break, these guys are going, they're clapping and the energy is picked up, so they can say, "Welcome back. We're back. Da 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 da." And what you missed was, you remember how Raw used to be like 20 years ago, and they would come back and say, "Look at the 3 moves that you missed," because we didn't have picture-in-picture when I was growing up. And when they came back from commercial break, they would show you 2 or 3 highlights, and you'd be like, "Oh crap! Oh snap!" Because somebody else would be totally on top. And you wouldn't know how you got to where you were. So, I don't care if she even hit her finish off camera. Show it in a replay and let us know what's going on. And let the crowd get into it. These guys are so... The production and the agents, everybody's to blame here. This is a massive botch from Tony on down. So, I feel like I'm ranting like a lot here, but there's a lot to say about this. And look at the crowd. There's nobody clapping. There's nobody into it. They're hanging over the rails. It's just dead. And now we're back.
Shida looking to defend the AEW Women's World Championship against Ruby Soho. Throughout picture-in-picture, it was 99% Ruby Soho, but that well-placed jumping knee Taz, the difference maker for the champ. Definitely created the opening for the champ.
So whenever they come back, it's going to be the babyface. It's so predictable that should have nothing to do with the commercial break. That's not well done. That's the first thing that actually had impact in this match. She's actually doing... What? She did a torture rack? That took me off guard. I'm sure everybody... You didn't see that coming, I know that. Even the announcers didn't know. You're talking about a swerve right there. Lackadaisical cover. You have a top rope move, and you can't even get to the far side to hook the leg. This is both of their worst matches that I think I've ever seen. Okay, so even if you... Now, any other time this would be an immediate disqualification. But even if you DQ, you don't win the match. What the hell? There was so many layers to that it actually could have been okay, but it was so poorly executed that it suspended all disbelief. That's what happens when you do too much. You're doing the most right there. And then see, you can't no-sell. You know what? I want to shut this off right now. Oh, shit. You know what? I ain't even mad. That's the perfect way to end this video. That's the perfect way to end this video. If that's not... I'm an atheist, but that's an act of God right there, son. Thank you for saving me from this crap. And we're going to end on that note. Thank you. For once, thank you, Emergency Broadcast. So, just for comparison here, coming back from the commercial break on NXT, a lot of people consider NXT minor leagues. Look at the excitement coming back from the break here. Straight into the cover here. Now you see we have a World Championship match on AEW. Boring. NXT. Feel the energy coming back from break. Two totally different atmospheres. This is why WWE gets it right and AEW does not.